So let's go ahead and get started with this. Coming in at number one, well, not number one, but the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Moto X. You can get this for around $50 to $100. $50 to $100 depending on where you get this, because for trade-in, this goes for around $40. $40. It is a great device. It feels really good in the hand. It has some tricks up its sleeve that you can really do. But the real thing is the camera department. It is terrible. Focus. You can't even focus really well on this thing. It's just horrible all over, all together. It is bad. That's how bad it is. The focus is just terrible. Like, look at this. It's still not focusing in. Like, what the frick? But if you just want something that's going to snap and shoot, then yeah, this is the device for you. You just pick it up, snap, and go. And you can also do it one-handed. So say I'm holding like somebody else's phone, I'll still be able to take and snap photos perfectly fine. It's all one-handed mode, which is very, very great. But the quality of this is horrendous. It's very, very bad. Very, very bad. I do not like the quality coming from this. Out of the box, this has a slow motion mode, but no slow motion mode is going to be like Nexus or iPhone. iPhone and Nexus have just the slow motion mode that is very, very great, that no other slow motion or no other manufacturer can actually come close to. No. I'm going to show you guys how the slow motion actually looks, and yeah, let's do this. Slow motion, keep this in mind, it's only at 720, so it's pretty bad. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a video starting, yeah. Go ahead and look at that playback. See how bad this is. It's not bad, but where's the sound? Where the hell is the sound? There's no sound in this thing. It's just not anything compared to a actual Nexus or an iPhone. Like I said, those are the best two slow motion devices that you can get on the market right now. And this is a very, very, very easy to handle device just because of the screen size. 4.7-inch display. Keep in mind that it's double. It's double. It's a lot smaller than the iPhone 6S. Any of those devices, it's a lot smaller because the iPhone has a really large 4.7-inch display. This has a very tiny 4.7-inch display, which I really did like when I first got this device. And the hump on this thing, it really allows it for a better feel. I'm not even, you guys gotta try this device because you don't hold your device flat, you hold it with the curve. So if I just slide it out, it's with the curve. Look at that. It's with the curve. That is with the curve. It's just that simple. This device is no longer going to get updates. So if you guys really want updates, then this would not be the device for you. It's stuck on Android 5.1. Model number is the Moto X. So go ahead and get into this. You're only going to see Lollipop. If that's a big issue to you, do not go for this device. I recommend you do go for this device, but if you can't get updates and you're really worried about them updates, then go with a different device. Okay, and the speaker is on the back is pretty bad. It's right there, but it's very bad. Like, you can cover it and you can put it down and you can cover it. It's just, let's go ahead and test it. And before we get started with this, I'll show you what I mean by it. It really, you can muffle it very, very easily. Not as bad as the bottom of the device because you're really going to muffle it by putting your hands there and playing games and stuff, but the back, it's still pretty bad. Depending on which way you hold your device. It's just not that good. Call quality is very, very well. And the main feature I really do enjoy about this... Hello, Moto. What's up, Moto? It just, you can pick any, you can say hello, your name, or hello, or whatever if you want. Hi. Yeah. There's two microphones on this. There's one up top. I don't know if you guys can see that. And there's one on the bottom, which is very, very noticeable just because of my actually, uh, it's definitely, whereas, it's not that good. I just don't think the speakers are that good. The camera flash is, it's substantial. It could be better. It has a good tone, but it's not as bright as some of the others out there. It's not as bright as some of the others, which is not a bad thing, but you just kind of sacrifice what you really could be getting. Let's go on to the next device. Oh wait, before we actually go into the next device, I actually got a. This is the case I actually went for. It is a bit of a chunky phone case, and it's kind of hard to actually activate things at some points. Like let me go into really hard. Look, I can't even pull down my notifications right. Like it's that hard. You really gotta just pay attention to it. Okay, so let's go into the next device. The next device is the Nexus 5. This device actually is not charged right now at the moment. It's completely dead, but I can still give you a review and what I think about this device overall. But before we do that, I wanted to mention one last thing on this Moto X. It is a standard micro USB cable and also a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and with this case it really does fit in perfectly fine. I've used this phone for about a year, and it was really good. I liked it. I went through 2-3 cases with this device, and yeah, it was just an overall really nice device. Back to this device, Nexus. It is a pure Android experience, so you know it's going to be good, but the only thing that made me want to sway away from this device here is because it doesn't get updates. And I'm pretty sure it's at a halt right now at 6.0.1. That's the latest and greatest Android software that you're going to get for this. The flash is a little bit wider and brighter than this one, but it could be better. It could be better. I honestly think. Nexus logo on the back. The material feels decent. It's a little bit grippy, but that's due to not dropping it out of your hand. Again, standard 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and it does. I really like this foam for a reason because it has a curvature. Just it's not completely flat, if you will. Let me get another device for it, as you guys can see. There you go. On both top and bottom, it is a bit of a hump, I would say. On top and the bottom, it does a little bit of a hump on this device. It's slight, but it really does look nice. The buttons feel the volume buttons feel very, very cheap, in my opinion, even though they are metal. And you got your SIM card slot tray. Sometimes this can be an issue because it doesn't want to pop. Like the lock screen gets stuck and just bugs out. Software bugs. And this camera is, I think, decent. No slow motion with this. There's no slow motion with this, which is pretty much a bummer because this one goes for about almost $200. I would say about $150 to about $200. You can get this maybe $120 to just maybe $120 to about $200. You don't get slow motion with this, but this one you can get for about $50 to around $100, and you get slow motion with this. So whatever device you really want. This is a 5.95-inch display, whereas this is a 4.7-inch display, like I mentioned before. Both of these devices are great. Again, going to the speakers can get muffled very, very easily. Very, very easily. Not even kidding. I think this one's the speaker, and this one's the. I think that's how it is. But it can easily get, because you can put your hand right there and it'll easily get, screwed, and it will muffle the sound, which is pretty bad. Standard micro USB, and this one also has an ambient light sensor. I actually did immediately go out and get a case for this. I went out and got the sub case. This is the second best case I've ever used. Nicest feeling in hand. Just this company overall is very, very great. I really do enjoy this company. This case right here is not my particular favorite by this company, but it's still really great phone case. The only thing I had is these buttons are very, very stiff. That is a big issue with me, and they never got any like mushier or more tactile. They never got more tactile. They're very, very like compared to this. Like look at, hear that? And let me do this. You don't know if you're actually clicking it, and it's kind of bad. It's kind of a bad experience. If you have this case on here, it kind of makes it so you don't muffle it as much, but it still gets muffled. So either way, it sounds pretty bad. Both of these speakers sound pretty bad, but between either of these, this one sounds a lot better. I don't know what it is, but it sounds so much better. All right, back onto this device. This is a 5.2-inch display. It looks like you got dual stereo speakers, but with no further ado, we were talking about the Nexus 5X and the dual stereo speakers. It looks like dual stereo speakers, but it's actually not dual stereo speakers. It is not. It's only one firing mono speaker down here at the bottom. But other than that, it has a little bit going for it on the outside because you can see it has the fingerprint scanner, which really does work. It is fantastic. And well, it's really good. Everything works for it. It's great. It feels like plastic, but in reality, this is metal. These are metal buttons. These are nice metal buttons. You got your nano SIM tray over here. Nano SIM tray. And your photos, they just load up and they snap really fast. Take a look at this. Real fast that is. That's incredibly fast. You got the new standard USB Type-C cable, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack at the bottom, microphone next to it. Up at the top, all you got is a microphone, and that's the device. And you got 3 different flavors of choices that you can actually get. You got the black, the white, and the mint, the blue. I just say blue. And you got your laser autofocus and two camera flashes, which makes it a brighter camera, and a little bit of a camera hump, which not that big of an issue to me. Not that big of an issue. The only issue I really have is, I don't know if you guys can see this. It's just so damn bright and it looks just so nice. But there are a lot of fingerprint smudges. Not fingerprint, but like this. I don't know if you guys can see that. You see that? And that's the extent of this. This is a 5.2-inch display. I don't know if I mentioned that. But yeah, this is the extent of the devices. I got a case for this. I went with the Subcase brand once again. Very nice brand, like I said. I came from the Nexus 5 to the Nexus 5X. Still rocking the Subcase. So it's great. I mean, I really do like it. I like this phone. Would I recommend either of these devices? Yes. Here's how the Nexus 5 looks to the Nexus 5X. Here's how the Moto X looks to the Nexus 5X. It looks so much more massive in hand. It looks so much more massive in hand than it does on camera, but you can still get a sense of feel there. And then here's the Moto X to the Nexus 5. Really not that big of an issue, not that big of a difference. It's like that. Like, see, it's only like a centimeter bigger. Same goes for this. It's only like a centimeter bigger. Only centimeters bigger. Whereas with this one, it's like an inch bigger. Half inch bigger. Okay, it's all depending on you, what you choose. Either $50 to $100 $120 to about $200, and 340, 349, 347, 342, just say 340 to about $400. Well, I would say 429. I would say 329 to about 429 for this device. So there's a big difference in device price there. Other than that, hope you guys did enjoy this video. And there's one more thing I wanted to show you guys. Let's go ahead and take off all of these cases once again. So the last thing I wanted to show you guys was the thickness on either of these devices. The Moto X has the biggest. It's the thickest just because of the just because of the device. I was about to say camera. Just because of the device actually having that exterior hump, it makes it so much more thick, so much more thicker. And these devices, this one seems thinner. Camera may be a little more flat, but it's really not that much difference compared to like this one may be slightly thinner. And again, this one has a rough texture with a grippiness. This one just has grippiness, and this one's just really smooth. Not as grippy as these two. Whatever one you choose, I hope you guys did like this video, and until the next one, peace from the Gaming Kings 497, signing off. Peace.